29th Sunday in Ordinary Time Reflection. My dear friends, last Sunday he spoke about prayer, the importance of thanksgiving in your prayer, because we should always have the giver bigger than the gift. Now today, it's another perspective of prayer, that's persistence. You should never give up, because discouragement is one of the very powerful tools of the evil one. So it happens in your mind. You get discouraged. It happens with time. You pray for long, so for that matter, in anything you do for long and you don't see any fruit, you tend to get discouraged. But then today, the gospel speaks about the persistence of a widow. We are all like widows. We are spiritually widows, financially widows, and sociologically widows. A widow is a person whose husband is dead. In the Palestinian context, the widows cannot work. Single mothers, their situation is grave. So they have to depend on another person. So that's my nature sometimes. So in a way, to be a widow is a blessing. For that, it's a blessing in disguise. That's the very reason that you should go ask for strength. Go towards the Lord because you are a widow. Ask yourself in which area that you are a widow. And then the other side, we have this judge, a cruel one who does not fear God, does not respect men. So that's the extreme kind of situation. God is never like that judge, but this is a parable. It does not speak of the nature of God, rather the nature of prayer. So this widow goes to that particular judge for the justice. That's one thing you should remember. Your prayer should connect it to the right. If you ask something wrong, he will never give. If the child asks for a scorpion, he will never ask for an egg, he will never give a scorpion. The child asks for an egg, a bread, he will never give a stone. That's the nature of God. So he will give you the best. So whatever you ask, he won't give you. So this particular video is asking for justice. But then most unlikely, you can seldom expect some response from that kind of a person, that judge. So even though seemingly there is no answer, this widow's persistence, she's so firm in her asking. To the extent she kind of bothered him. That's exactly why he responded. But in our God, you're never a botheration for him. Never. He loves you so much. But sometimes he won't answer you so that you can come to him for everything. He won't answer you. His time is kairos. And our time is chronos. His timing is very different. So he will take his own time to answer you. You should never be discouraged. You should pressing the Lord as Jacob was wrestling with the Lord. Jacob. That's why he got the name Israel. So you should never be discouraged. So this is one thing that you should have focus. So why, if you know that the Lord is going to do the best, not in your frame sometimes. We always have package prayers. We will tell the need, we will give the answer, and we want him to answer in this particular frame, and also in this particular time. You cannot frame God narrow down him to your frame. Never. But then you should be persistent. So that's exactly where the Amalekites, they were the enemies of Israel. That the generation came from Cain. And they were fighting. Something beautiful happens. Life is a fight. It's a continuous combat between right and wrong. So in that fighting, my dear friends, in that fighting, it's important how Moses went up to the mountain. Moses went up to the mountain to pray. And Joshua was fighting in the field. Our fight should be in both the way, in two places, in my prayer and in my action. Moses went to the mountain with Aaron and Hur. So something very strange happened. So when Moses was praying, his hands were stretching. When the hands were stretched out, they won the battle. Moses, that's the plight of human nature, where he was discouraged, he was frustrated. And the hands came down. Then the Amalekites were defeating Israelites. He had to raise the hands again. And the Israelites defeated the Amalekites. So because he was getting discouraged, even psychologically, physically, Aaron and Hur was there. He sat on a rock and asked them to hold the hands perpendicular so that they would win the battle. That's exactly what happened, my dear friends. That's exactly what happened. So they won it. It speaks about the consistency of prayer. You should never be discouraged. If you want to win the battle, you should be firm in your prayer. So battle belongs to Him. You fight on your knees. When I fight, battle belongs to the Lord. When I fight on my knees. That's how you are going to be discouraged. You are going to be strengthened in your war field, my dear friends. So this is the news. This is the good news today. The Lord wants you to be firm in your prayer. You know, widow knew only that judge can answer him. So go to him, go to the Lord who can answer, not to any Tom, Dick and Harry. You go to him in your need. Then he might not answer in your own way. When Mother Mary said they have no wine, Jesus said, this is none of our business. But then she knew exactly what he's going to do. So that firmness, that firm relationship with the Lord is important when you pray. So in that relationship, always believe that He is going to answer you in your own time, not in His own time, not in your time. So be fervent in your prayer. Ask Him, He will definitely give you in His time. Don't be discouraged. Be firm always in your prayer. Amen. May God bless you.